I mean, it's really come as quite a shock to me that there is this level of really hatred and violence from the left. I always thought the left, or Democrats, were supposed to be the party of empathy, the party of caring, and yet they're burning down cars, they're firebombing dealerships, they're firing bullets into dealerships, they're just smashing up Teslas. Tesla is a peaceful company. We've never done anything harmful. I've never done anything harmful. I've only done productive things. So I think we just have a deranged. There's some kind of mental illness thing going on here, because this doesn't make any sense. And I think there are larger forces at work as well. I mean, I don't know who's funding it and who's coordinating it, because this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this.
If I may, one last question. When I interviewed you and President Trump together, one of the questions I asked both of you was, are you aware that there are groups that want to separate you, groups that would like to divide you, groups that would like to see you not work together? I feel it's stronger than it's ever been. Do you get the same sense?
I think they're getting desperate because, I mean, the reason we're seeing this extreme amount of hatred and violence is because we're actually succeeding in getting rid of corruption and waste. If we weren't succeeding in getting rid of corruption and waste, they wouldn't care. But we are succeeding. Without President Trump, this would be impossible. So I'd just like to say, it's only possible with this president. And we've got this narrow window of opportunity with a House, Senate, and a popular vote, and really we're just implementing the will of the people.
Yes, no matter how you disagree with Elon Musk, you should not do this. When you look into the man's eyes, you realize he is stressed, because this is not how it should be. You disagree with someone politically, what you ought to do is to change your strategy. Now liberals are going after Tesla, not only going after Teslas, destroying it. I have seen this over and over. To a certain level, I feel bad. It is insane. For any person doing this, you need to rethink. I have a couple of videos I'm going to show you so you can see exactly what is going on. I felt a time when I watched Elon Musk speaking today. What is going on? Seeing people like Jimmy Kimmel and Burr, advocating that people should proceed to destroy the cars is insane. That wake me up to do this video.
So, doubtful it's Republicans attacking Tesla dealerships around the country. It's pretty wild, actually. The other night, Donald Trump said these are domestic terrorists. Everybody laughed about it and scoffed at it. That video looks like terrorism to me. I mean, it's obviously an organized, coordinated effort, however people are communicating with each other, to do this to people around the country who chose to buy a Tesla at some point in the past, many of whom I'm sure were Democrats who bought them in the first place, all because their entire political worldview is ruled by their emotions. And that's the American left right now. It is one angry mob after another willing to take things into their own hands, up to and including keying, firebombing, and otherwise vandalizing cars and car dealerships and charging stations. It's outrageous. It is terrorism. People ought to be put in jail and left there for a very long time and be taught a lesson.
So when they do it to a Tesla dealership, it's really bad. But when they do it to the halls of Congress, we should pardon them. Is that your position?
No, I've never. I don't
are
support,
you okay with the January 6th?
I know you haven't been around for a while, so let me educate you about my position about January the 6th.
I'm so sorry.
Let me educate you. No, you don't need to. You don't need to be condescending to me. So let me educate you about my position. You want to attack me? Let me finish. Let me finish.
Let's do this January 6th and then Neera.
I'm sorry you're getting emotional.
I'm sorry you're a condescending person who hasn't been paying attention to what I do.
Okay. Stop, guys.
So here's the issue. I didn't support what happened on January the 6th and was one of the first Republicans to call it out. I don't support the pardons. I have repeatedly, just like my friend Ashley here, said that no violence in our political system is acceptable. But this right here, what's going on with a guy who helps our country, who runs successful companies, who doesn't have to be doing this, and now one of his companies is under systematic terroristic threat and violence all over the country, and people seem to be laughing about it or fine with it. It's outrageous. I've sat at this table and had people say, we should cut Elon Musk from the government totally. He rescued our astronauts today. Is that what we want? The treatment of this guy is outrageous. These people who are doing this need to be found, put in jail, and made an example of. That's my point.
Anyone who commits violence.
Down other than.
Yes, this should be a serious crime if you do this. Just imagine you taking your Tesla and you have been attacked. I have seen people complaining that this is happening. And there are still some media personalities standing up to advocate for this. They actually love what is going on. I watched this failed vice president with Kamala Harris celebrating, oh, Tesla stock is going down, oh, this is happening. It is crazy. This is not the best way. If someone defeats you in the polls, the best way is not to pray for his downfall. That is not the best strategy. Therefore means you are not even a politician. Politicians with intelligence don't do that. They look for your weakest point to go. To defeat you politically, not coming after your life and your properties or your businesses. It is insane. It is okay for you to boycott Tesla, but destroying it, that is where the problem is.
And he fired them immediately upon landing. Tesla stock is way down, almost disastrously so. People have been vandalizing Tesla vehicles, new Tesla vehicles. Please don't vandalize. Don't ever vandalize Tesla vehicles. And so Elon Musk has been making the rounds in the right-wing media.
Well, it's a positive time, Jimmy.
Yeah, it really is.
Billionaires are not happy having $1 billion. Why does Elon Musk dress like he just... All right, thank you. Oh, my God. Why does Elon Musk dress like he just got out of a Hot Topic? I am so sick of that guy trying to rewrite his origin story like he was Matthew McConaughey pulling into the high school. It's like you were a nerd.
Tesla, there's a website that's trying to dox Tesla owners across the country and saying they're only going to take down personal information when people show that they've sold their cars. What's the administration going to do about that?
I haven't seen that website, but we certainly think it's despicable, the violence that has taken place against Tesla, the company, its employees, and also just Americans who have chosen to drive an electric vehicle. Many of them are Democrats, by the way. Democrats were big supporters of Tesla and of electric vehicles until Elon Musk decided to vote for Donald Trump. So we would like Democrats to also come out and condemn this heinous violence that we have seen. And I believe the Attorney General has said she's investigating these incidents as acts of domestic terrorism.
For those of you who may have felt like this was a total capitulation, Senator Schumer just felt like this wasn't the moment for Democrats to press their case.
In the polls, the Republicans.
Yes, I believe you saw Jimmy. On the other hand, is doing just that. This crazy people. I used to think this guy was funny, because, he used to really do great things. But along the way, when he turned to a political activist, that is where I started having problems with him. Look at what he's saying here. This is not the first time. Every podcast he goes, it's Elon Musk, Elon Musk, Elon Musk. Every single day, that is what he's doing now. I don't know if his comedies is all centered around Elon Musk, attacking Elon Musk. Totally insane. I want to appreciate people that are standing up to support me. If you notice, something happened on this channel. Videos were not getting recommended. This is almost 2 weeks. I noticed it. But it didn't stop me, though I was not feeling fine. I had to proceed to create videos. But I was dropping less clip. When I realized that these people are coming after me, I decided to reduce the number of videos I put out daily. There is one commitment I put out last year. No matter what, I will always be there to give you what is going on in around you, no matter the situation. I don't care about the money. If you see my videos, thumbs up, share out, subscribe. If this is your first time coming, for people who complain, like I am like this, I speak like a robot, or, I see all your comments. If you watch me over and over, along the way, you will adapt to how I speak.
Sincere black Republican.
I don't think that you can. I don't think that you can.
Watching 2 months in, I mean, you must have a feeling in your gut.
And you know what their attitude is? I made my money all.
The answer to their absence now of Joe Rogan in their party. More fuel on the fire that there's a potential.
The average American makes $66,000 a year. We're close to $40,000 in debt. You said to me in our last interview, we won't have a country unless we fix it now. Can you explain why this is so important that we identify all this waste?
Yes, the government the government waste and fraud is so high that it's causing a $2 trillion annual deficit. So that's $2,000 billion of waste and fraud that's happening, and the cost of our debt has gotten so high that just the interest payments on the debt exceed the entire military budget.
Smoke, but if you know me,
he was trolling me. I know this guy.